This is RTV6 News at 11, working for you.
Good evening, and thanks for staying up with us. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starrentino. We are wrapping up a Storm Team 6 alert day with a few more hours of snow to go. The second round of winter weather in about 24 hours created a hectic evening commute. We're going to check in with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory for a look at what you can expect tonight into tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we're destined for a slick drive in the morning. There are already a long list of 2-hour delays, but 1 to 2 inches of additional snowfall. Many of us will be on the 1-inch side of that. A wintry mix south of Indy may include a little freezing rain at times. 71 the last time I looked. 2-hour delays for tomorrow morning. The IndyChannel.com or the RTV6 app, you can check that out. 30 degrees, light snow falling now. That wind is cold out of the north at about 15 miles per hour. All of the blue represents ongoing light snow. You see the movement from southwest to northeast. When you get from Bloomington to Greensburg south, the pink represents where some light freezing rain may be mixing in with the snow. And I just want to go upstream or downstream, if you want to call it that, to St. Louis and around Paducah. All of this moisture still has to slide through central Indiana. That's why it's probably 4 o'clock in the morning before we start to wind this down. Temperature and wind chill. It feels like 19 in Indy. 21 is what it feels like up in Peru. The wind will stay gusting over 20 miles per hour through the overnight hours. Wait till you see some of the low temperatures as we get later in the week. Overnight, while you're sleeping, at this point I think you'll be asleep. 1 o'clock in the morning, snowing till 4. Notice then the back edge of this from Muncie to Indy to Bloomington. From there, slides off to the east, and there are your temperatures tomorrow. Dress for temperatures no warmer than the upper 20s.
Metro Police have dealt with dozens of crashes, slide-offs, and calls about property damage during today's winter weather.
And tonight, Indiana State Police are investigating a hit-and-run that left a man in critical condition. It happened around 6:45 tonight on the ramp for northbound I-65 to eastbound I-465 on the south side of Indianapolis. Investigators say the man pulled his vehicle to the shoulder of the ramp to check out a possible tire issue when he was hit by another vehicle. ISP says it does not have a description of that vehicle, but it likely has damage to the front passenger side and possibly a broken tail light. If you know anything, get in touch with State Police. The Department of Transportation says dozens of snowplow drivers have been working around the clock to clear off and salt the roads in order to keep you safe. We rode along with one driver to get a first-hand look of what you should and should not do when you're sharing the road with a plow truck. This is something to keep in mind all winter, by the way. Drive along the parts of the road that are already clear. That's your best bet to avoid any issues. And no matter what kind of rush you're in, do not try to pass a plow on the shoulder or a single-lane road. Remember, these trucks are out for your safety.
Looking out here, I would just want everybody to appreciate what they have.
Well, new at 11, a woman who works with young folks in need is asking people to open their hearts to give those who are less fortunate. And as we've mentioned before in RTV6, the need for winter weather items like blankets and coats at shelters across the city is there.
Tonight, RTV6's Cornelius Talker shows you what happens at places like Stopover Inc. when they open their doors to those with nowhere else to turn.
This time of year, when we have days and nights like this, our phone blows up.
That's something Courtney Modisette has come to expect through her work as program director for Stopover Inc., a nonprofit which helps young people who are homeless.
Always accepting coats. Shoes are very important. We have kiddos that come in. I know one last winter had flip-flops on.
Throughout our interview, Courtney stressed how weather like this is a challenge for everyone, but even tougher on people already having a hard time.
It may be difficult for somebody to walk out to their car because it's so cold and there's ice on the car. And then my kids are walking down to the bus stop, or the school bus will come pick them up. They're out there.
What worries her a lot is young people going into survival mode when they're faced with spending a night outside in bad weather. Some of them willing to do whatever it takes to meet their basic needs.
Human trafficking is big. You have 10th Street right there. And 10th Street is full of drugs and crime. So we try to protect the kids as much as we can.
With that in mind, Courtney is hoping to get the word out. Stopover Inc. is a safe place for young people who are homeless. There are many ways to get in touch with them, one of the easiest being the Indigo buses.
If they say, I need a safe place, the bus driver takes them to the transit center and we go pick them up.
Working for you in Indianapolis, Cornelius Hawker, RTV6.
And considering weather like this can cause life or death situations, Courtney with Stopover Inc. says you should call 911 if you see someone out in this who looks like they don't have a place to go. Stopover, along with several other shelters and transitional living facilities, all say they are always accepting donations of items like coats, hats, gloves, and boots. RTV6 News at 11 will continue right after this break.
Ways to save and get smart.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy gives sight to a blind man? Mary.
The touring cast of the Broadway hit Hamilton spent their night off supporting a good cause. They performed 2 sold-out shows called Songbirds and Sleigh Bells at the Cabaret downtown, and all the proceeds went to the fight against HIV and AIDS. The funds were split between Broadway Cares and Damien Center, Indiana's largest HIV/AIDS service organization.
Funds from events like this help us bring holidays to everybody, no matter what. Sometimes we bring food, sometimes it's housing. It's sort of a gamut of different issues that we can fund through events like this.
Each year, the Damien Center's care coordinators serve more than 1,100 HIV-positive patients in more than 38 counties. The center also provides free testing and prevention outreach.
Hundreds of central Indiana workers left without jobs right before the holidays are getting some assistance this week. How a virtual job fair will help former Celadon workers land new jobs. Tonight in Hiring Hoosiers, more help is on the way for the thousands of workers left without jobs after the sudden shutdown of trucking company Celadon. Former Celadon workers are invited to a virtual job fair Thursday morning. During the online webinar, several companies will explain the positions they have available. The Indiana Department of Workforce Development and Employ Indy are hosting the job fair. To register, go to theindychannel.com or the RTV6 app and click on this story. We'll be right back.
Mile warranty at Honda of Fishers.
Once again, thanks for hanging out with us after the Colts and Saints. Superdome, boy, did Drew Brees put on a show. 29 of 30, 307 yards, 4 touchdowns, 541 touchdowns and counting. Wow. 34-7 was the final. Big picture here. Once again, Ryan Deem, Super Bowl champion, joins us. Baltimore looks really good out of the AFC. Lamar Jackson's might be up against Drew Brees for the MVP. Oh, I mean, this could be interesting. Last month and a half or so in the NFL season, right?
Yeah, no question. I mean, as far as the MVP race goes, you know, you've had your kind of standard stalwarts for a long time.
Yeah.
Now you've got some guys. Well, Brees certainly do after 19 seasons.
Right, for sure.
But then you got young guys that are in the mix as well. Lamar Jackson. You got our guy Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes, my guy.
Right.
Yeah, you got some great talent.
I think it's safe to say Tom Brady probably will not win the MVP.
Probably not this year.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Special event, January 25th, Strike Out Cancer. This is awesome. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we've been doing this for, this will be our 3rd event. We've raised, in the first 2, over $180,000 for pediatric cancer research.
Awesome.
Right here in our backyard at Peyton Manning Children's Hospital. Saturday, January 25th, you can get on our website, strikeoutcancerindy.com. You can register for your bowling team. You can sign up for a corporate sponsorship. You can just come hang out.
Yep.
We've got food, drink, prizes, all sorts of fun. We rent out Woodland Bowl, the whole entire place, January 25th, 6 o'clock-ish. Yeah. Come on by. We have a
Colts there?
Yeah, we'll have a few
there. Some of your buds?
Absolutely, yes.
Will they partake in an adult beverage or two?
I cannot confirm or deny that will happen. But
you never know. Thanks. Appreciate that. Nice job all night. Ryan Deem, a Super Bowl champ, longtime member of the Colts offensive line. Back with more here in the news at 11 after this.
Call 1-800-CALL-KEN.
Dave was just asking if this was a good night.
The answer is yes.
It's going to be an emotional good night here in a second. Let me just show you the snow showers. They'll continue next few hours, probably through 4 a.m. Another inch. At most, in some locations, you can see an isolated 2 inches. Then we move on. It's not just dry tomorrow, but for the rest of the 7-day forecast, temperatures will start to warm. It'll take a while. The snow on the ground will let us get down to 8 on Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back in the 40s as we head to the weekend.
So you get a little break before we get more snow again.
Yes.
Eventually.
That was emotional. So emotional.
Oh, I'm feeling it, Kevin.
All right, everybody.